If travel money ever felt stressful, it usually wasn't the destination, it was the setup. A card gets declined at checkout, an ATM fee surprises you, or one suspicious charge steals half a day on hold. Travel money safety isn't about fear. It's about a calm, repeatable system that keeps you moving when life happens. In the next few minutes, you'll build a simple structure for cards, cash, and ATM habits that works in any country, for any trip length, especially for retirees who travel longer and more often. If you like practical retirement travel systems like this, subscribe. TravelChoir is built to make travel feel easy, confident, and repeatable. Most costly travel money mistakes trace back to one idea: putting everything in one place. One wallet, one card, one account. The better idea is separation. You separate tools so one problem can't take you offline, and you set limits so a bad moment stays a small bill. Before you leave, decide what one bad event is allowed to cost. If a wallet disappears, how much cash could you lose without ruining the trip? If a card gets compromised, how quickly would you want to notice, and what would you do first? When you think in limits, you stop chasing perfection and start building resilience. For many retirees, the simplest limit is to keep your day-to-day spending light and your backup quiet. Your day setup is the card and small cash you expect to use. Your quiet backup is the card and cash you hope you never touch, but that makes you feel calmer because it exists. This matters even more after 55 because many trips aren't one and done. You may slow travel, keep a home base, pay deposits, and handle routine spending abroad. The system must be comfortable and simple. If it feels like work, you won't keep it. A solid setup is usually 3 cards with clear roles. First, a primary credit card for most purchases. Second, a backup credit card stored separately. Third, a debit card used for ATMs only, not for everyday tap. Credit is typically your first line because it doesn't expose your bank balance directly, and it's often easier to dispute problems. Your goal isn't a flashy perks card. It's a predictable card, clean fee policy, strong fraud controls, and an app that lets you see charges quickly. If you can turn on instant purchase alerts, do it. The fastest way to stop a problem is to notice it immediately. Also, make sure your issuer can actually reach you abroad and that you can authenticate logins without your home phone number failing. Now the debit rule. Treat debit like a tool you take out only when needed. Every extra debit transaction is another chance your details get skimmed or copied, and it ties your daily comfort to your main account. Use debit for controlled cash withdrawals, then put it away. The backup card is what keeps you calm. Store it in a different place than your daily wallet, and not alongside your passport. If your wallet is lost or stolen, you want a second lane open. That one decision often turns a crisis into a mild inconvenience. Cash is your friction reducer. It helps with tips, markets, small cafes, older transit systems, or moments when a terminal is down. The mistake is carrying a thick wad or keeping it all in one place. Use 2 layers. Carry today cash that you're fine spending, and if it vanished, would irritate you but not hurt you. Keep backup cash hidden and untouched, used only if something goes sideways. You're not funding the whole trip with cash. You're giving yourself fuel for a day when cards are inconvenient. Your comfort level matters. Some people feel safer with more cash, others with less. Either can work if the cash is split. Keep a small amount in your wallet, a little more elsewhere, and the backup stash in your room in a non-obvious spot. If you move frequently, the stash can travel, but it should remain hidden and rarely handled in public. One more note. Airport exchange counters are fine for a tiny emergency amount, but they're rarely your best value. For most trips, a smart ATM strategy is the better baseline. ATMs are where travelers lose the most money through bad fees, bad machines, or rushed decisions. Start with location. Your best choice is usually an ATM inside a bank branch. The goal isn't never pay fees. The goal is to avoid the big traps or attach to a bank in a normal, well-lit area. Try for daytime and predictable foot traffic. Avoid isolated machines, convenience store ATMs, and anything that feels like it exists to charge tourists. Next, the conversion trap. If the ATM asks whether you want to be charged in your home currency, the safe default is usually to decline and pay in the local currency. That helpful option is often dynamic currency conversion, and it can quietly add a painful markup. Paying in local currency typically lets your card network do the conversion instead. If you're ever unsure, remember the principle. You want one transparent conversion, not a convenience conversion stacked on top. Make withdrawals boring. Fewer withdrawals means fewer exposure moments. Withdraw a sensible amount on a schedule rather than tiny amounts whenever you feel low. One larger withdrawal from a good location is often safer and simpler than 3 rushed withdrawals from mediocre machines. Store the cash calmly after, and don't count it in public. And for privacy, without showing PIN entry, shield the keypad with your hand and your body. If someone crowds you or tries to help, stop, move to another machine. Consistency beats politeness here. If you want to set this up fast, I've linked a simple printable travel money setup checklist in the description. It's designed to match the system you're building here so you can reuse it for every trip, and it includes a quick pre-departure reminder so you don't forget the small settings that cause big headaches. The best safety feature is not a fancy product. It's noticing issues early. A tiny daily routine prevents the "I saw it a week later" scenario. First, turn on alerts where possible, especially for card purchases. A real-time ping is the fastest way to spot an unauthorized charge. Second, choose a daily money moment. Many travelers do it with morning coffee or right before dinner. Open your accounts, scan recent activity, then move on with your day. If your card app allows it, consider locking the backup card while it sits unused. You can unlock it in seconds if you need it. This one habit reduces anxiety and limits exposure. Also, keep your limits realistic. If you can set spending or withdrawal limits, set them high enough to avoid constant declines, but low enough that a single bad run of fraud can't spiral. Finally, link money safety to phone safety. Your phone often unlocks your banking access. Use a strong passcode, keep your device updated, and be cautious logging into financial accounts on unknown public Wi-Fi unless you're using a secure method you trust. The goal is calm simplicity, one secure device and a routine you'll actually maintain. Even great systems meet bad luck. The difference is whether you have a plan before you need it. Your plan should answer 3 questions: how you keep paying, how you protect accounts, and how you replace access. Keep issuer contact numbers and steps somewhere you can reach without your wallet. Don't assume you'll calmly search for them during a stressful moment. A secure note plus a small printed copy with your documents is often enough. If you suspect a problem, act fast and clean. Lock the card if you can. Call the issuer. Take screenshots or notes of what happened and when. If your wallet is stolen, a local report may help with documentation for certain claims. The goal is to create a clear record, not to relive the event. This is where separation pays off. Your backup credit card keeps spending normal. Your ATM-only debit gives you controlled access to cash. Your layered cash gives you bridge money while replacement cards ship. For longer trips, aim for 2-week resilience, meaning you can keep your normal rhythm for at least 2 weeks, even if your primary card is unusable. Picture your first day in a new city: transit, food, and a few setup purchases. With this system, your primary credit card handles most spending, your small cash layer handles quick frictions, and you avoid a rushed airport ATM withdrawal unless you truly need it. If you do need cash fast, you choose the safest ATM you can, and you stick to local currency billing. Now imagine a hotel deposit or rental hold. Credit is usually smoother here because holds can be messy on debit and tie up real funds. Using credit helps keep your bank balance stable and your day-to-day spending predictable. Or a cash-only market day. You withdraw earlier, in a planned place, carry only what you need, and keep the backup stash untouched. Or the slow travel rhythm: rent, utilities, groceries, transit. The system still works because each tool has a job. Your recurring payments live on a monitored card. Daily spending stays separate. Cash stays modest and split. Backup stays ready. The win isn't just saving money, it's saving energy. When your money setup is predictable, you spend less time troubleshooting and more time enjoying why you chose travel in the first place. If you want to make this even easier, check the resources linked in the description. They're curated to reduce friction on the road, and using them supports the channel at no extra cost to you. Make travel money boring. That's the goal. When your cards have jobs, your cash is layered, your ATM rules are consistent, and your daily checks take 2 minutes. Money stops stealing your attention. You avoid the classic expensive mistakes, and you keep moving even when something unexpected happens. If this helps, subscribe for more TravelChoir systems and share it with a friend who loves travel but hates money surprises. And grab the checklist in the description so your next trip starts with a calmer setup. Until next time, keep it simple, keep it repeatable, and keep your travel confidence growing.